It's time for the Nebraska Volleyball Coaches Show.
Kurt on the left pin for Stanford. Good control block. Doug Harper Murray. Nebraska, the slide. Andy Jackson. Kaboom! Whew. Wow. Faster than email. It's 21-13. Quick attack. Missy Edge gets blocked. Rebecca Alec. Big block at the perfect moment. Nebraska's up 23-20. Again, the Cardinals set up the offense outside. Tip shot. Looper diving. Dig. Lexi Rodriguez. Where'd she come from? Left side swing. Harper Murray. Block back covered. Barrett Beeson bashes it from the right pin. Diving. Dig by Olivia Moak. Incredible defense. Protecting the floor better than Varnish. It's 11-3. Huskers here this second. Left side swing. Looper. Out of bounds. Nebraska wins another marathon rally. My goodness. That's volleyball. Pass by Delaney. Here come the Huskers to slide. Jackson, can she do it again? Kaboom! Waking babies, if there are any, in downtown Louisville. 16-14 Nebraska.
Now, here's your host, John Baylor.
Greetings, Nebraska, and welcome inside the East Stadium Studios. The Big Red is getting ready to play volleyball again. This is your Nebraska Volleyball Show, Thursdays from 6 until 7. My name's John Baylor, soon to be joined by the head coach in his 25th season, going for his 700th win tomorrow night as the Husker head coach in 25 and a half seasons. John Cook, you can join us as well, 402-413-2400. That's 402-413-2400. And you can also text us at that line as well. And the Big Red coming off those back-to-back wins. Well, the Huskers have won 7 in a row, but you just heard some highlights from the victory over Stanford and the victory over Louisville, vaulting the Huskers to number 2 in the country, just behind undefeated Pittsburgh. And say hello to UCLA and USC, the first Big Ten volleyball matches for the Bruins and the Trojans ever. The Huskers will host UCLA tomorrow night. And then on Sunday night, UCLA at 7 o'clock and USC at 6:30 on Sunday. But before we look ahead, let's look back to some of the happy memories of the last 2 matches, Stanford and Louisville.
Greetings, Nebraska, and welcome inside the KFC Yum Center, downtown Louisville, Kentucky, for brunch with the Big Red. Today, it's number 4 Louisville, 8-1, hosting your number 5 Huskers, 9-1. Huskers down 2 at the volleyball. Feed left, Harper, kaboom, off the block and out of here. It's 5-4 Louisville, set number 1. Krause serves, passed it out, quick attack, Cressy, big block. Rebecca Alex got her second of the match already. It's 11-8 Big Red. Roll shot, easy up for Lindsey Krause. He's playing back row. Set left, big swing. Harper, kaboom! Off the block and out of here. Give her a tool, but she knows how to tool. It's 14-8 Nebraska. Left side swing, Lindsey Krause. Now we're done. Off the dig and out, Krause crushes it for the first set. Now the Cardinals outside. Big swing, looper blocked back by Rebecca Alec. She's got 4 of them. Rebecca Alec putting on a blocking clinic here in downtown Louisville. We're tied at 2 in the second. Here comes a slide. Padron Kahn, beat up by Olivia Moak. She punched it in the air to a teammate. Left side roll shot. Harper Murray's got 6 kills. Harper Murray, her mom's sitting right behind us. It's 9-3 Nebraska in the second timeout Louisville. Again to serve the looper. Boy, they're passing worse than a moped on I-80. Left side swing. Maldonado Diaz blocked. Andy Jackson had a little help from Barrett Beeson. It's all Nebraska. It's 11-3 here in the second. Again, the Cardinals set up the offense outside. Tip shot, looper diving. Dig. Lexi Rodriguez. Where'd she come from? Left side swing. Harper Murray block back covered. Barrett Beeson bashes it from the right pin. Diving. Dig by Olivia Moak. Incredible defense. Protecting the floor better than Varnish. It's 11-3. Huskers here this second. Left side swing. Looper out of bounds. Nebraska wins another marathon rally. My goodness. That's volleyball. Minnesota serves Alexi, get passed. Set outside, Harper, kill. Set point, Nebraska. Set 2, pass by Delaney. Here come the Huskers to slide. Jackson, can she do it again? Kaboom! Waking babies, if there are any, in downtown Louisville. 16-14 Nebraska. Good pass, Lexi, right side swing. Lindsey Krause, kaboom! That's a sharp angle. 21-17 Huskers. Outside set, shot by Harper Murray. Kaboom! Wow! Lots of arms wearing red today, 23-19. Got to get it in or we're done. It's in. Olivia Malk pulls her setter off. Only choice outside. Harper Murray for the match. She got it! They take down number 4 Louisville. 16, 25, 17, and 25 to 20 on the road, no less. Your Huskers are 10-1 and going into the Big Ten Conference season.
Prodigious offense for Nebraska. Ever since that set 3 against Creighton, the Huskers have had one set when they've hit below 271. One set, the second set against Stanford, despite 4 ranked opponents and 5 victories since set 5 against Creighton, just one set below 271. So the defense that's been posed by Nebraska's opposition since the Creighton match has not been able to slow down that Husker offense. And part of it's this great serve, as since the Wichita State match, the Huskers have had 12 aces and 15 aces and 12 errors. So in the last 3 matches, Wichita State, Stanford, and Louisville, 15 aces and 12 errors for Nebraska. There were matches historically when 12 errors was one match. And in 3 matches, just 12 errors and 15 aces, as Lindsey Krause against Louisville piled up the service aces. She had 3 in a row and 4 for the entire match. So for the moment, everything going Nebraska's way, and bring on UCLA tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, and then 6:30 USC on Sunday night. USC's number 20 in the land, and UCLA is unranked. Tomorrow night, head coach John Cook goes for his 700th win. To celebrate that in 25 years, it's John Cook bobblehead night. Apparently every fan gets one, so you don't have to rush in. So remain calm for your John Cook bobblehead. There's also a inflatable John Cook with an actual cowboy hat available for viewing, not to take home, tomorrow night against UCLA. So celebrating the 25-year helmsman tomorrow night, going for Husker victory, 700. If you take 700 and divide it by 25, make it 24 and a half years. He's only halfway through his 25th. That's an average of 26 wins a year. Stay right there. We'll have the head coach momentarily, and you as well. You can receive 1 year of 0% financing on seed and crop protection when you enroll in Central Valley Ag's Go Early Seed Program. Visit cvacoop.com to learn more. Central Valley Ag, the official co-op of Husker Nation. And contact 811 2 days before you dig to protect your underground utilities, and yourself. It's free, it's easy, it is the law. The head coach on the Nebraska Volleyball Show, and you as well, and we continue after you hear this.
Just like D1 athletes, farmers view each growing season as a new opportunity. Aurora Cooperative is committed to elevating the success of our members every season. Rooted in our core mission, we provide top-notch products, services, and expertise. Our strong work ethic mirrors that of the Huskers, driving success. Choose Aurora Cooperative, your partner in elevating agriculture. Go Big Red!
Working together, Central Valley Ag unites with our farmers to feed a hungry planet. Enroll in CVA's Go Early Seed program and maximize your purchasing power with 1 year of 0% financing for seed and crop protection. Register for a chance to win Husker football tickets when you enroll in CVA's Go Early Seed program by October 18th. Details at cvacoop.com. Our planet is hungry. Together, we feed it. Central Valley Ag, the official co-op of Husker Nation.
Husker fans, visit a participating AGCO dealer now until November 1st and enter for a chance to win a pair of tickets and pregame hospitality passes to the Nebraska versus Wisconsin football game on November 23rd in Lincoln. See your True Turf and Ag locations in Osmond, Columbus, and Falls City, Osceola Implement, and Kearney Equipment to enter for your chance to win this season.
You may have heard about Monolith, how right here in Nebraska, we're producing low-emission carbon black for tires across North America, how we'll soon be providing farmers with locally made fertilizer to reduce our reliance on foreign imports, how we're investing hundreds of millions in multiple Nebraska facilities. You might have heard Monolith is changing the world. We're not. You are. Along with many other Nebraskans in high-paying jobs that support families and communities. Monolith. Nebraska made.
Hi, I'm Tom Osborne, former football coach and co-founder of the Teammates Mentoring Program.
And I'm Des Moines Adams, Husker Black Shirt and CEO of Teammates Mentoring.
We are recruiting teammates mentors and need caring adults to be in the lives of our students.
Meeting with a student once a week at the school can make a positive impact in their life and have a ripple effect in our communities.
Please join our team.
Go to teammates.org today.
Hi, I'm Rachel, and I have a serious heart condition called hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, or HCM. Some symptoms include being short of breath, feeling tired, or having dizziness or chest pain. I still had symptoms on my beta blocker, so I asked my cardiologist about any treatment advances. It was a breakthrough for me. That's why I'm working with Bristol Myers Squibb to raise awareness about HCM and to help others like me. Talk to your cardiologist today and visit hcmrealtalk.com for more information.
Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
This fall, be ready for every tailgate, touchdown, and adventure in a perfect car, truck, or SUV from Sid Dillon Chevrolet. Visit us in Blair, Crete, Fremont, or Wahoo and shop Nebraska's #1 volume Chevy dealer group. We're also your Chevrolet Business Elite dealer, offering medium-duty trucks and low-cab forwards. Visit us at SidDillonChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
You are what drives us, Sid Dillon.
Husker fans, visit a participating AGCO dealer now until November 1st and enter for a chance to win a pair of tickets and pregame hospitality passes to the Nebraska versus Wisconsin football game on November 23rd in Lincoln. See your True Turf and Ag locations in Osmond, Columbus, and Falls City, Osceola Implement, and Kearney Equipment to enter for your chance to win this season.
It's time again for some Nebraska Farm Facts. For Nebraska soybean farmers, sustainability is a way of life. 97% of farms are family-owned, and 95% are participating in conservation programs and using sustainable practices. And they have significant sustainability goals by 2025. 10% more energy efficiency, 10% less land, and 25% less soil erosion. This message is brought to you by Nebraska soybean farmers, growing opportunity from the ground up.
Here in Nebraska, we love our teachers. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska is teaming up with Husker Athletics to recognize teachers who help students live their best and healthiest lives. Visit huskers.com/touchdown for teachers today to tell us about your favorite Nebraska educator. Winning teachers get a school day visit from Herbie Husker and a VIP experience at the 2025 Husker football spring game, thanks to their biggest fans at Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska. Head to huskers.com/touchdown for teachers today.
If you've been looking for a reason to fill up your car with unleaded 88, how about this? Unleaded 88
can help you save big at the pump
and save the planet by cutting greenhouse gas emissions.
Any car 2001 or newer is approved to use unleaded 88. Speaking of good, it's made from corn, which is great for farmers.
As I was saying, if you need a reason to choose unleaded 88, there you have them. Unleaded 88. Engine smart, earth kind. Visit chooseunleaded88.com to learn more.
Life doesn't come with guarantees, but working with Rob Seco comes pretty close. Our strategic investments in the seed we offer are designed to directly improve your bottom line. From full trait platforms, breeding and development, to field-by-field planning and seed-driven crop inputs, with Rob Seco, you have precisely what you need to improve plant performance and increase yield. Every farm, every crop, and every acre. Learn more at robseco.com.
Welcome back to your Nebraska Volleyball Show. Here come the text messages flying in here. Art in L.A. John, now that Coach Cook is TikTok famous, what can I do to get the GOAT to follow me on TikTok? Here he is, Coach John Cook. What would it take for you to follow somebody on that device?
JB, I don't follow anybody on TikTok.
I think you want to. Trend is your friend on that one.
I don't even know. I know it's on my phone. I don't really know how to find it.
Smart.
Because it's not like on my screenshot. But Harper, Merritt, those guys, Kelly, they all know how to find it.
I've seen some of the final products of your TikTok videos. Are you okay with all this?
No.
But you've given up production control to your players.
They love it. But hey, have you ever done a TikTok?
I think the answer is no.
So what you actually do for the phone camera
You dance
That's not what comes out on the TikTok. So they mess around with it. They put on music. They make it. Yeah, they do.
Before the Louisville match,
they changed the word. I mean, one of them I'm talking, and it's not one word I said. So somehow somebody else was talking in my place. So
Really?
I don't know. I mean, it's silly, but
You're keeping an eye on this. You don't want anything going out.
JB, my one in Louisville is over $1 million.
Really?
Yeah.
What'd you do for the Louisville one? I missed it.
I don't even remember.
Good for you.
Well, we did one in Louisville. It was something. I don't know. Show me the money, or I can't.
Oh, I think I did see that. Okay.
Yeah, it's over $1 million.
All righty. That's it?
Or no, it's the one, serve it in the court. Serve it in the court.
I missed that one.
And they do or something like that. It makes no sense to me.
It's provocative. Anyway, I forgot to mention this to you before. I'm now reminded that prior to the Louisville match, you guys were on the locker room and everything, a bunch of the Louisville players come out, and they all did TikToks.
Yeah. Well, UCLA's over there practicing right now. They come out.
And they're TikToking.
They're TikToking. It's 20 minutes of TikTok, then they start practice.
Remember before basketball games when you were playing at USD, you and your buddies would get together and dance in front of some device? Remember all that?
Oh, yeah. We did that all the time.
It's a great time. It's a new world. We're learning. Yeah. We got another text message. This is age-old, anachronistic technology. It's called a text message. Anyway, hi, Coach. What an exciting non-conference season. Congratulations to you and the team. Wondering when the black court will make its debut this fall. Interesting.
It's a great question. I don't know for sure, but we're going to do it.
Where is it right now? Where's the black court as we speak?
Well, right now it's stored in the back hallways back there because we practice on it.
Okay.
So we bring it out. We have 2 Terraflex we practice on. So what we'll do is down the road here for one of the matches, we will store the red court and bring out the black court.
So last year you used it infrequently.
Yeah.
And why was that?
Because our athletic director didn't like black.
Really?
Yeah.
And now Troy said, hey,
let's do it.
Choose your color.
We have black uniforms now.
But
so
things are going pretty well.
It's just not we're going to do it all the time, but it is a cool looking court.
Yeah, it is.
But our red looks really good too. So
and things are going pretty well. You're a creature of habit, Coach.
Oh yeah. But anyway, it'll come out but we'll do it where it's probably 2 matches for a weekend or something like that. So I don't know. Lindsay and those guys have been talking about it. I don't know which weekend it is.
Have you seen your bobblehead? Did you get some production control over that?
No. That would all happen yesterday. Was it yesterday?
Have you seen it? Are you okay with it?
Yeah. I got one in my office. I got a bunch of extras and
looking good.
It's a bobblehead.
I'm hoping I get one. And now I'm adding to my collection. You want to know what I got? Roger Maris bobblehead. I got that at a Fargo Moorhead Red Hawk game from Fargo. Larry.
Yeah. He has a bobblehead. Wow.
Yeah. In his Valley High School uniform in French Lick.
That's cool.
That's my pride and joy. And now John Cook.
Yeah. Well, what about, they tell me Otoni or Ohoney, the baseball guy, and we just went 50-50.
Oh, yeah.
What's his name?
Yeah. You got it. Otani.
Otani.
Yeah, you got it. Otani.
So apparently he has one and people went nuts over it.
Yes.
Nuts. Fighting for it. That's why
Are you anticipating a similar reaction?
Have you seen the commercial?
Not yet.
Oh, you got to see the commercial.
Which commercial?
We did a commercial
about your bobblehead.
Simulating ESPN. You know how ESPN does in the office commercials? We simulated that.
Oh, those are cool.
One of the lines in there is, we got to get security over here because people are going to come in and try to take them. And apparently that's what happened with the baseball guy.
Nice.
What's 50-50 anyway?
50 home runs and 50 stolen bases in the same season.
Oh, serious?
Same season.
That's
never done before.
Wow.
I think 40-40 has been done by like 4 guys ever.
50-50. So this guy can run.
Yeah, he can run.
Okay.
And he can pitch.
Yeah, who's he play for? Dodgers?
LA Dodgers. I can pronounce that.
Yeah. Okay.
That was embarrassing. He's the greatest player in the game right now.
Yeah.
But we're talking volleyball. That's why you caught me. You caught me. So you're playing pretty well right now, and you got UCLA coming in and USC coming in. You've had a full week. You love full weeks because you can train. Have you been able to do all this training you've been hoping to get done?
We got 2 great days of training in Tuesday, Wednesday. Today we went real light, fine-tuned a couple things, and got some serving and passing reps, worked on little things here and there, and now we get to tee it up.
Now, who's been teaching and coaching serving and passing of late? Because in the last 3 matches, 15 aces, 12 errors.
JB, every day I put on my practice plan, can we be obsessed with thump and dime, thumping the serve and passing?
That's it, serve and pass.
So I'm obsessed with it. I don't know if anybody else is, but I'm obsessed with it.
You focus on other things as well, but you seem to have been validated in the last few matches because that Louisville match, serve and pass, all Nebraska.
Yeah, I just a lot of it's confidence, and but serving is we know how important it is. I mean, it can win matches for you, it can lose matches for you, but our blocking defense is so good. If we can pressure with our serve, it makes it even better.
In the past, you've said that certainly, but you've also said you can live with service errors as long as they're tough serves. And I'm wondering if you were thinking
I've never
that.
said that.
Okay, so you really do keep an eagle eye on service errors because you deny your team the chance to block.
Yeah, last time we talked, we're trying to be about 8% service error. So that's 1 out of 10 for you math majors.
You can live with that.
1 out of 10 would be
1
nice.
out of 12, 8%. That's 1 out of 12.
I know. So to hit that though is really tough. So we're usually around 10%. So we're missing 1 out of 10. But
Awesome.
over the course of a long time.
Why is this thing contagious? A couple players start serving out, all of a sudden everyone's doing it, and vice versa.
Yeah.
What's that about?
Just like when we play golf, you start shanking your driver. Same thing happens. I'm thinking, oh, maybe I should shank my driver.
Why not? It's catchy. All righty. Minnesota takes down Wisconsin.
You start hitting hot putts. Woo. It's
And
all
suddenly
hit hot
everyone thinks
putts.
you can get. It's remarkable. Yeah. Minnesota takes down Wisconsin. The Badgers have 4 losses right now. You're not taking much stock into that. They'll figure it out.
No, that was a heck of a match last night, and we talked about it as a team today. But the margin, the margin of error between winning and losing this conference is it's gotten slimmer or smaller, or whatever you want to call it. But last night it came down to 2 plays. After a 3-hour, 5-game match, it comes down to 2 plays.
How about Minnesota? They lose Taylor Landfair. They're just as strong as they were.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
they got a great transfer, had a great match last night. She transferred from Oregon, we thought was their best player, McKenna Wirtshire, isn't even playing. So I don't know if she's hurt or what, but I mean, I saw her suited up on the TV. But it's the margin of error is just really small, and you gotta be willing to win big points when it matters most.
And Penn State takes down Purdue 3-0.
Yeah.
Penn State's got a ton of talent, and Izzy Stark, their freshman setter, looks like she's ready for prime time.
Yeah. No, they blew out Louisville too. So I don't know what happened last night at Purdue, but it was, you look at the stats, I mean, it was a beatdown.
At Purdue.
Yeah, at Purdue. But somebody said something about Penn State said, we're going to let our play do the talking. So I don't know if there was some bad blood or some trash talking going on. So that was interesting that comment came out.
I like that.
Yeah. We're going to let our play do the talking. So I don't know if there's some bad blood there or what.
So I think when I try to do my pregame coach with the interview at Penn State, that probably it's a no-go.
Yeah.
Like just let the play do the talking.
Yeah.
So we'll find out. We don't visit there until the day after Thanksgiving. It's going to be a long time until we get to play Penn State.
Yeah.
It's too bad. Only Wisconsin, the Huskers get to play twice, and Illinois, and then Iowa. But I wish the Big Ten could reserve a couple rivalries and make sure that Huskers play Penn State
We have
twice.
18 teams now. You can't play everybody twice.
I agree with that.
But that's going to make it exciting because, we get one shot at UCLA.
True, but how cool would it be if you got to play Penn State twice and Minnesota twice? It'd be tougher. But
Well, the point is they want everybody playing everybody at least once. So
full round robin.
Yep.
All right.
Which I love. It's some of these other conferences don't do that, and you could get a great draw. I've heard other conferences coaches talk about so-and-so won the conference and they had the easiest draw. For example, ACC last year, Florida State won it. But I think they only played, they may have skipped Pittsburgh. It was just, they just had a really random schedule that wasn't as challenging as some of the other schedules.
Otani, by the way, is up to 52 home runs and 52 stolen bases.
Wow, 52-52 club. Wow.
Stunning. Merritt Beeson is playing fabulously as well. Last 5 matches, 3.3 kills a set, hitting .355. Now, when I asked you what's been the difference, you said in the pregame before Louisville, you didn't know. Are you still?
No clue.
No idea. Okay. That's what makes this show riveting, is that I'll fire off the questions, and we'll let the fans speculate. But she's a slow starter. Last year she had a rough start early on. But boy, and is that the big difference? How important is it to have a 355 hitting right side?
It's huge. I mean, UCLA's right side's hitting over 400. So when you have a tack behind the setter, it really stresses the blocking defense. And the other thing is, even if they dig it, a lot of times the setter's back there. It's just harder to transition coming from what we call the red zone. So you got to be able to attack it all 6 rotations and make it a threat.
And that's one thing I picked up from the Paris Olympic Games, is that every one of the great national teams, the Olympic teams, had an unbelievable right side.
Yeah.
So as your skill level increases, as the quality of your team increases, it's largely goes by how well that right side's terminating.
Yeah. I mean, that's same in the men's game, because in international they play all 6 rotations. So you find this great hitter, you don't care what else they can do because it can hit front row and back row. So Italy won it; they had the best opposite. USA got silver. I mean, Andy Drews had a heck of a tournament. Last Olympics or Olympics before it was Jordan Thompson from Cincinnati. Nobody ever heard of. She went in there and they won a medal.
So we often think, the left sides make or break your team because they're often playing all the way around, 6 rotations, all that. But you're saying not necessarily. Take your best athlete, your best terminator, maybe play her on the right.
Yeah, because what you have to remember internationally, you can't sub great defensive players in. So everybody has to play defense.
So all 3 pin hitters are playing all the way around.
Yeah. So the defense may not be quite as good, comparatively. So it's easier. It might be easier to get kills and then the middles have to serve too. And so you got those middles. 2 of the 6 rotations are serving and playing defense. So, but in college volleyball with all these subs, we can sub in, liberos, extra liberos, and defensive players, and so. In some ways, maybe in college it's harder to kill the ball, but internationally they can kill it front row, back row, and of course the men's game. It's a different world.
One thing that has been missing at times so far this year is the tool shot. We don't really have a Maddie Kubik on the team this year who just tool blocking hands all the time. Harper, first 3 kills against Louisville were tool shots. Is that something that the players can get better at mid-season, or they just haven't needed it of late?
We're working on it. So we got to get good at it. And, that's one of the things Creighton does really well. Norris is a great hitter because she can tool that block. She can go high off the hands, and then she's got other shots too. So to be a complete, if you just hit the same shot all the time, blockers and diggers are going to take it away. And, so you've got to be able to hit what we call the edges of the court. I can tool line out of bounds. I can go line. I can go seam. I can go corner. I can go sharp cross. I can go donut in the middle of the court. So as a defender, what are we going to hit? Melanie Parra, who's for TCU, our fans remember her. I mean, she's had some over 30 kill matches here lately.
How does she do it?
She has every shot in the book, and she's got great vision. And then they can chip it off the block. But UCLA played them, and I was watching it today, and she's just puts on a clinic.
She's like 5'11".
Yeah, it's beautiful to watch.
And my memory of her against TCU, in our match versus TCU, donut was wide open. Harper's been hitting the donut. Lindsay's been hitting the donut a lot of late. Why is that open so much more seemingly this year than it's been in the past?
I don't think so. I think we're just better at hitting it and taking advantage of it. It's a hard when you do it right, it is so hard to defend. I mean, we work on it and they know it's coming. They have a hard time digging it.
Can you hide it, like just the last moment top spin?
You're a baseball guy.
Oh, yeah.
Why can't guys hit changeups?
Because it looks like a fastball.
It looks like a fastball.
But can you do that with your hand? Like you can swing it as if it's...
Totally. That's why we call it Jordy roll shot. Jordan's a master at it.
402, 413, 2400. Is Jordan playing much in practice, or she's calling it quits?
No. She doesn't. She might go out and pepper a little bit. But
when you say she's a master at it, you got to put on YouTube.
Yeah. Well, just go back to 2008. I mean, she had a huge kill in Game 5 against Washington on that. What
was the score? I remember that game. We're down 9-3.
We're down 9-3. Yeah, but she had a huge kill in the run we made to get to 14. And then
That was a great
she's
match.
got kills in the Olympics doing that. So
402-413-2400. Woodhouse has been a trusted partner in your everyday since 1975. Shop for your next vehicle with a home team at Woodhouse and the official auto dealer of Husker Athletics and Dorothy Lynch. Home style, light and lean dressing, endless flavor abilities. Dorothy Lynch helps bring you the Nebraska Volleyball Show. We'll be right back. 402-413-2400 after you hear this.
Set. Hike. When champions take the field, they come ready to play. TNL Irrigation understands the value of momentum. Like a Husker drive, there's no stopping. If you live for farming and football like we do, TNL Irrigation has you covered. Check your fields from the game with a remote system, or just enjoy the play, knowing our systems are reliable as a sold-out Memorial Stadium. Touchdown! Nebraska born, Nebraska strong. Husker Nation and TNL Irrigation are like no other.
If you've been looking for a reason to fill up your car with unleaded 88, how about this? Unleaded 88
can help you save big at the pump.
And save the planet by cutting greenhouse gas emissions.
Any car 2001 or newer is approved to use unleaded 88. Speaking of good, it's made from corn, which is great for farmers.
As I was saying, if you need a reason to choose unleaded 88, there you have them. Unleaded 88. Engine smart, earth kind. Visit chooseunleaded88.com to learn more.
Last season was a banner year for the Huskers, winning 5 Big Ten titles. Nebraska also finished in the top 25 in the Directors' Cup standings. Beardmore Subaru congratulates Husker Athletics and Nebraska student athletes for all their achievements and stands behind you again this season. Go Big Red! Beardmore Subaru in Bellevue has the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester, the same trusted SUV it's always been, only more so. Love begins with trust.
Husker fans, visit a participating AGCO dealer now until November 1st and enter for a chance to win a pair of tickets and pregame hospitality passes to the Nebraska versus Wisconsin football game on November 23rd in Lincoln. See your True Turf and Ag locations in Osmond, Columbus, and Falls City, Osceola Implement, and Kearney Equipment to enter for your chance to win this season.
Woodhouse has been your premier destination for your automotive needs since 1975. Whether you're looking to purchase a new vehicle, sell your current one, or looking to service, our team ensures a convenient and seamless transaction from start to finish. Explore our wide selection of top brands and enjoy the peace of mind that comes with our team's dedication and decades of trusted service. Get started online at woodhouse.com and experience the Woodhouse difference today.
You're gonna feel a puff of air.
Jong's Optometry has set their sights on staffing up.
Try the next line. Hey, Kim, can you tell our 2 o'clock we're running 15 behind? Sorry, we're a bit backed up today.
He needs an optometric technician to keep an eye on it all.
Where are the dilation drops?
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Dear Truckin' Awesome. Want more horsepower in the stable? The Tundra iForce Max is the most powerful Tundra ever. With its electrifying twin-turbo V6, you got everything you need. Saddle up the Tacoma TRD Pro. Its segment-first performance seats are designed to smooth out the shocks when the ride gets bumpy. The Toyota 4Runner is part mean streak, part wild side, and an all-around icon. Check out that signature power rear window, will ya? Yes, sir, Toyota trucks. Find yours at toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
See your Omaha Metro and Lincoln Toyota dealers. Corwin Toyota of Bellevue, Village Point Toyota of Omaha, Baxter Toyota of La Vista, or Baxter Toyota of Lincoln.
Noddle Companies proudly supports the Huskers Radio Network. As a full-service leader in commercial real estate, we create thriving communities. Discover what's new in the Builders District in North Downtown, Noddle Hospitality's latest venture in Aksarben Village, and the contemporary living of row house townhomes on Leavenworth. We're welcoming world-class concepts from men's fashion and great eats to gorgeous homes and green spaces, all professionally managed by Noddle Services. These are the Noddle Companies, building a better Nebraska. For more information, check us out on Facebook and Instagram.
Looking for the ultimate sports watching experience? Head to Smash Park in La Vista, home of Husker Hangouts, Omaha's official watch parties. Your go-to spot for epic game day deals, delicious bites, and unbeatable fun. Catch every moment on the massive screens. Challenge friends to pickleball, axe throwing, and other games. Smash Park is where the action happens, whether you're cheering on the Huskers or just enjoying the atmosphere. Smash Park. Visit us today and turn your game day into a game night. Smash Park. Play, drink, eat.
In today's digital landscape, the security of your business is non-negotiable. That's why you need better cybersecurity solutions. At Hamilton, we make it our business to protect your network, data, and digital assets with the latest in cybersecurity technology. Our dedicated team of experts has the technology in place to protect what matters most to you and your business. Stay ahead of cyber threats with better cybersecurity protection. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Dear Truckin' Awesome. Want more horsepower in the stable? The Tundra iForce Max is the most powerful Tundra ever. With its electrifying twin-turbo V6, you got everything you need. Saddle up the Tacoma TRD Pro. Its segment-first performance seats are designed to smooth out the shocks when the ride gets bumpy. The Toyota 4Runner is part mean streak, part wild side, and an all-around icon. Check out that signature power rear window, will ya? Yes, sir, Toyota trucks. Find yours at toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
See your Omaha Metro and Lincoln Toyota dealers. Corwin Toyota of Bellevue, Village Point Toyota of Omaha, Baxter Toyota of La Vista, or Baxter Toyota of Lincoln.
Welcome back here to Nebraska Volleyball Show. Sports Nightly listeners, a reminder that with every block on the court this season, Union Bank and Trust is proud to sponsor Blocking Out Hunger, benefiting the Food Bank of Lincoln. Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC. And Husker Extra is the best website and mobile app for everything Husker sports. From the experts at the Omaha World Herald and Lincoln Journal-Star, go to huskerextra.com or search your app store today. We got a question from Mike in Grand Island. How can we, Coach Cook, excuse me, this is Jim in Columbus. Coach Cook saw you on Facebook or somewhere and you're selling cowboy hats that look like a branded N on the front. I don't normally wear cowboy hats, but I'm thinking about buying this one.
So I'm not selling them. Our marketing department decided to sell them, they're going great, I hear. But they got a company to make all these ones, and I have one in my office. They're very cool hats. They look really sharp.
Cowboy hat with the N on the front.
Yeah. So I didn't ask them to do that. They just did it on their own. But it's the marketing department, or just like they sell shirts and sweatshirts.
Swag.
Swag. Yeah. So we got
Did
cowboy
Adidas
hat
put
swag.
It's an Adidas cowboy hat.
No, it's a American company that made it.
Got it.
It's called, I think it's Seeger Hat Company.
You can wear it to the Devaney, but you might want to take it off during the action, or the guy behind you might be a little ticked off.
Yeah.
Mike in Grand Island, how can we expect to have our volleyball players put up big rankings in kills and block numbers if we keep sweeping in three by fairly large margins?
Hey, the only thing we're worried about is winning 3 games by 2 points. We could care less about stats.
Well, one person who keeps getting awards at the end of the season despite low stats is Lexi Rodriguez. I mean, we play liberos all the time that have one more dig per set than Lexi. It's because Nebraska's sets are short.
Yeah. Well, that's, what you have to look at is the flip of that is, how many who's leading in kills per game. So as a team, like Bergen, I read today, is number 1 setter for assists per game in the Big Ten right now. Our team is number 1 in killing the ball per game. So we have the most kills per game. So if you're killing the ball more, you're going to have less rallies.
Gotcha. So Bergen is harming Lexi.
Our team is. We're always like that. I mean, we're always high up there. We're never very high on digs because we kill the ball, and that's how you score points.
Welcome to the new Big Ten. UCLA arrives today, plays Nebraska, flies back to LA to host Ohio State for the first UCLA home volleyball match of the year. Do you know the arena where UCLA plays volleyball?
Well, hopefully they're playing in Pauley because it's early. Do you think it'll be sold out?
Probably not. But Ohio State's in town.
Yeah.
Ohioans from California could be a very large group.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see how they draw. They're not known for drawing very big crowds. I mean, their crowds are parents and the men's volleyball team.
Was that a big reason Lauren came back, missed fans?
I think it was one of the reasons. There's other reasons, but it just, it's just a different vibe out there. But maybe with the Big Ten, that's going to be a really interesting thing to see is how does SC plays Ohio State tomorrow night? How do they draw? Will the Big Ten help their attendance? But like Jalen says, we're talking about the other day. He says, it might take you 2 hours to just get to the gym, to go watch.
See the match. If they start at 7 o'clock on a Friday, forget it.
Yeah. So I mean, do you want to deal with that? And
Rent a copter.
Yeah.
Land on the roof.
Yeah. I mean, that's the challenge, of Los Angeles. But
now, then you got USC on Sunday night. Allie Batenhorst return leads them in kills per set, almost 4 per set. Now, her mom went to Millard North. Her dad went to Wisner Pilger.
Yeah.
So you know she's going to be tough.
Yeah. No, she's doing great. She's leading their team in kills and hits playing all the way around, and that's what she wanted. So, but
plus she wanted to play beach, right?
And that's what she says. She wants to play beach, but she's also, I think, the other attraction for her is going into the, TV, sports reporter announcing, doing that stuff. I mean, LA is a great place to do that.
Good stuff. So,
I mean, she's got a TikTok something video,
Sure.
Instagram video, like every day there's something. So she's maxing that out.
You've got a podcast, Coach. You've got one thing figured out that everyone's up to, and now you're on TikTok. So you've got both. You're figuring out what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm one of those rare guys. No podcast, no TikTok.
Yeah.
Just do it the old-fashioned way. Just human and human in a room.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
It's a little old-fashioned. I get kind of excited when something I say, someone repeats it, and I'm like, "Hey, this thing's going viral."
Yeah.
2 other people have now heard it.
Yeah. So
With this new technology, this scales a lot faster.
Yeah.
All right. So, have you tried to figure out what's been the difference? And do you think? All right. I keep bringing this up. The SMU loss really focused this team. Without the SMU loss, do you think you're number 2 in the country right now and sweeping 4 consecutive opponents?
No. I think the SMU loss was. I wouldn't call it a wake-up call, but it was this, because I don't think I never felt like we weren't ready to play. I never felt like we weren't going to win that match, for example. But I think what they realized is we're going to get everybody's best shot. And I tell them that all the time. You're getting everybody's best shot. I mean, Citadel is going to play out of their minds against us. They don't have one player, maybe one player that can make our team, but they're going to play out of their minds against us.
And they live in barracks, so you know they're going to be tough.
So SMU played out of their minds against us, and they played great. And, of course, it's typical. They, later that weekend, they lose to a team that they probably shouldn't have lost to. So the key is, can you bring it every night? And I just think we realize that these teams are going to play great, and we've got to be ready to match their intensity and their energy every night. It doesn't matter what's on the other jersey.
You had told me at least once in the pregame you had seen a lot of greatness in practice, but you hadn't seen it in matches.
Yeah.
But have you seen a lot more of it since? SMU.
The way SMU played, we played really well against Kentucky to open the year. Then we played some teams that were, you're supposed to beat. And then we go to SMU, we're thinking, we're supposed to beat these guys. We crushed them last year. It was a different SMU team that, sold out first time ever. I mean, just think of the emotion that those kids had. And they, everything went their way. We're hitting balls off their heads and they're flying over and landing on the court. But I just think that was we have to bring it every night.
Especially in a transfer portal era when you've got collections of all-stars from other teams that are suddenly playing together.
Yeah. I mean, would they have 7 grad transfers? Yeah.
I think that's right.
Yeah, I was watching Minnesota last night. Well, of course, Wisconsin does too, but Wisconsin's playing a couple younger players. But Minnesota's got several fifth-year grad transfers / fifth-year red shirts, fifth-year COVIDs, all those things. So they're a very experienced team, and they're you look at their main players, they're doing a nice job.
AARP is starting to market to volleyball programs.
Yeah.
We got Amy from Norfolk. Coach, just a thought and observation. I would like to see players, when we have a free ball that needs to be set over the net, shoot for the deep corners. There's hardly anyone back there, and why not make it difficult for them? So I guess when we get a free ball, Amy from Norfolk wants us to hit it towards the corners.
She is absolutely right. That or the setter. But instead of just giving it to the libero, do you know how many times we lose our minds in practice when they do that?
So when you,
I don't know what it is. It's like, here, libero.
So when you get a free ball, still be strategic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And in fact, Harper got a huge kill. Was that against Kentucky or against Stanford?
Can't remember.
She had to give a free ball and shoot it like right where the setter was supposed to be, and the setter, I think, had already left.
Had released.
Yeah. And boom, there was nobody there. So the goal is not to give any free balls. That's the first goal. And then if we do, we got to try to make it as hard as we can on them. But sometimes, I feel your pain, Amy.
402-413-2400, more Nebraska Volleyball Show after you hear this.
For almost 50 years, Sid Dillon Buick GMC Cadillac in Fremont has been more than just a dealership. We're a family dedicated to serving yours. Shop Nebraska's #1 volume Buick GMC dealer for the new car, truck, or SUV to fit your needs. We're also your GMC Business Elite dealer for commercial vehicles. Visit us at SidDillonBuickGMC.com. GMC, we are professional grade.
You are what drives us, Sid Dillon.
Husker fans, it's game day, and Pizza Hut's got your perfect play. Score the game day special for just $29.99. Get 2 medium 3-topping pizzas, 8 boneless wings, and 5 breadsticks. Enough to feed 8 hungry fans. Pizza, wings, breadsticks, and more. It's the ultimate lineup to fuel your game day. Check out the full menu online at pizzahut.com or in store. Because remember, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Diego.
Hi, Diego. It's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to say your cashback match makes me feel so special. It really inspired me.
That's great. Doubling the cashback you've earned at the end of your first year is what we do.
Well, I'm doubling everything now. Double dating, double dipping, double feature, double header, double whammy. Basically double or nothing.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
When you're in the stands and have the ability to control your irrigation in the field, it's a game-changing moment. Valley is where farming meets end zone efficiency. With AgSense remote irrigation technology, farmers become the MVPs of their fields. Experience real-time, play-by-play action and control that keeps you ahead. Score big with irrigation technology from Valley. It's technology that improves your life and lets you be at the game and in the game. Find your local Valley dealer at valleyirrigation.com.
I would have never had the chance to see my daughter become a doctor.
Because my mom wore her seatbelt that day, I get to hug her when I go home.
And then it clicked. Because I wore my seatbelt, I learned that one moment in time can change a person's life forever.
Brought to you by NDOT Highway Safety Office.
The day we were hit was the second to last day of our high school careers.
We were about to graduate as best friends together.
And then it clicked. Because we wore our seatbelt that day, we still get to experience life together.
Brought to you by NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Rutgers and Iowa playing volleyball right now in New Jersey. The winner is undefeated in the Big Ten Conference. Right now it's 29-28 Iowa in the second. They're tied in sets at 1. The Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center is sponsored by Akrs, the Midwest premier John Deere dealer, supplying the equipment and service to advance agriculture and so much more. Akrs, solutions for every field. And Woodhouse has been a trusted partner in your everyday since 1975. Shop for your next vehicle with the home team at Woodhouse, the official auto dealer of Huskers Athletics. All right, Coach, you got UCLA and USC, and UCLA is 6-3. USC has only lost 2 matches, one to Pittsburgh and one to Creighton. So USC is not happy about returning to the Cornhusker State, where they have had little success so far this season. How good is Creighton, by the way?
Well, you got to look at who they not only they beat USC at that tournament and a couple other teams, and they go to Kansas.
Purdue.
They beat Purdue.
Jayhawks.
Kansas. And I think it was Northern Iowa there.
Yep.
So they played 3 matches.
And they beat Northern Iowa in Louisville.
Okay.
And they lost to Louisville in 5.
Okay, yeah. So they're good. I mean, you look at who they've beaten, and they're ranked really high in what's called the Pablo ranking, which is, I think they're 4. I think we're 2, they're 4. We might have been 1 for a while, but probably Pittsburgh, I bet, is 1 now. But that's based on strength of schedule, home and away matches, and so on. It's way better than the RPI.
They've got the recipe for going deep in December, 2 great left sides.
Yep. So, again, their challenge is who are they going to be playing for the next 10 weeks?
And you'd think because of proximity, we might be on a collision course with Creighton in a Final Four, but that's really not how it works. It's 1-8, 2-7, 3-6, 4-5.
They seed it now. But anyway, we had a great match with them, and they're playing some great volleyball.
What does UCLA do well?
Yeah, and their setter was National Player of the Week.
Kendra Wade?
Yeah. UCLA, typical, they got physical middles. They've got a right side that's hitting 400, and then they got 2 really physical left side hitters. So they got heat. They bring the ball. It's UCLA.
You've got a lot of depth on your bench. If the Huskers get a lead, what's your philosophy on bringing in a sub? Like, or do you really like to keep your starters together to build chemistry and repetition?
Yeah, it all depends how the match is going, but we get to this time of year, it's hard to bring somebody in, unless we're struggling. If somebody's struggling, that's kind of the key now. But the game is so fragile, and you gotta. I mean, you can have great momentum and then lose it, and then next thing you know, you're going 5. So 1 point at a time, and we're trying to get the best lineup and the best advantage we can in each rotation.
How well is Bergen playing right now?
I mean, she's doing some nice things. I mean, I always wanted her to play better, but you rattled off those stats. I mean, your setter's got to be doing some good stuff to be able to do that.
Thanks, Coach. See you tomorrow night.
Okay, JB.
The Bruins are in town. Wow, Nebraska and UCLA. It's been a long time since the Huskers have played UCLA. Last meeting was 2019. Last time Nebraska played USC, 2008. They haven't surrounded a net since the George W. Bush presidency. We'll talk to you tomorrow night. Until then, good night, Nebraska.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Live reports of a polar bear on the loose.
Ma'am, is it cold enough for a polar bear in here?
Yes, we use SOS. Come on in.
SOS to the rescue!
Nebraska defensive lineman Nash Hovnick here. People know me as the polar bear, and when I want to stay cool, I call SOS. Their techs don't make commissions, so they give you an honest opinion, fair pricing, and longer warranties than the competition, guaranteed. Mention the polar bear and get a free 10-year labor warranty on new York equipment. The best warranty you can.
Call 402-391-2336.
Woodhouse has been your premier destination for your automotive needs since 1975. Whether you're looking to purchase a new vehicle, sell your current one, or looking to service, our team ensures a convenient and seamless transaction from start to finish. Explore our wide selection of top brands and enjoy the peace of mind that comes with our team's dedication and decades of trusted service. Get started online at woodhouse.com and experience the Woodhouse difference today.
Nebraskans are choosing chiropractic for better health. Why chiropractic? Because it's safe, drug-free, and a cost-effective treatment option for back and joint pain. Plus, all generations can benefit from natural chiropractic care. Choose chiropractic first for pain relief or to improve your mobility, athletic performance, or overall wellness. Make chiropractic your first choice for better health and find a chiropractic physician near you at nebraska-chiropractic.org. Get your life back with chiropractic.
IT issues wreaking havoc on your day? It's time to hire the experts. It's time to hire Hamilton. When it comes to your business, you don't have time to worry about network security, data backup, and protection, or support when devices slow down or stop working. At Hamilton, we ensure that your technology is up to speed and works as hard as you do. Don't let IT issues slow you down. You deserve better. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Good evening, I'm Josh Hilkeman, and our sports ticker is brought to you by the Department of Health and Human Services. Nebraska head coach Matt Rule addressed the media today for the final time before the Huskers travel to face Purdue on Saturday. Coach Rule was asked about how the team can keep improving throughout the season.
I think the improvement happens during the week. I think our guys have had a great week of practice, a great week of preparation, a great week of, honest, evaluation, staff, coaches, everyone. I think you learn more about yourself when you go through some adversity than when you have success, right? It's an opportunity to, the great ones, they don't just bounce back, they bounce back and elevate. And we're looking to see ourselves bounce back and elevate.
Kickoff is at 11 o'clock on Saturday between the Huskers and Boilermakers. Pregame at 7 o'clock right here on the Huskers Radio Network. A pair of Huskers earned recognition today. Football player Isaac Gifford was named a semifinalist for the William V. Campbell Trophy, which is also known as the Academic Heisman. The senior defensive back was also named to the Jason Witten Collegiate Man of the Year watch list. And Alexis Markowski from the women's basketball team earned preseason All-Big Ten honors today. This marks the third consecutive season the senior from Lincoln has made the preseason list. Our sports ticker is brought to you by the Department of Health and Human Services. Call a timeout if you or someone you know is struggling or in crisis. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is there. Call, text, or chat 988. It's free, confidential, and staffed with trained counselors ready to listen and provide support. Hour 2 of Sports Nightly is up next, right here on the Huskers Radio Network.
Coming to you live from Memorial Stadium, it's Sports Nightly. All the Huskers, all the time. Sports Nightly is presented to you by the NDOT Highway Safety Office, who remind you to buckle up and put the phone down.
One wide out to the near side. Emmett's the back. Snap back to Raiola. Looking, holding, throws over the middle, down the middle. Pass caught. That's going to be a Nebraska touchdown. Isaiah Nair finds the end zone on a pass over the middle. 13-3 Big Red. Tight formation. Turn. Toss it off to a little end around by Barney. He's at the 10-5. Touchdown, Nebraska. Ja'Cory Barney slips in there, taking the pitch on the end around from 10 yards out. Nebraska stretches the lead to 20-3.
Left side swing. Ruben block back covered. Again, Ruben left pin cross court. There's Olivia Malk with a beautiful in-system dig. Right side. Merritt Basin. Kaboom! That's volleyball. Pass by Delaney. Here come the Huskers to the side. Jackson gets you doing it again. Kaboom! Waking babies, if there are any, in downtown Louisville. 16-14 Nebraska.
Now, here are your hosts, Greg Sharpe and Jessica Coody on the Huskers Radio Network.
And we're back. This is our final hour of the week because Husker volleyball tomorrow night. So this is your last chance to listen to us for the next couple of days. We're going to have some fun, though. We're going to make our Big Ten picks coming up here in a little bit and hear a little bit of this week's Sideline Slice. Not with Jeremiah Searles, but Tommy Armstrong sitting in for that. So we'll play a little bit of that podcast coming up later on in the hour. Matt Rule, Jess, met with the media earlier today. Did not really have injury updates. Said he wants to put guys through some more workouts tomorrow to make determinations on, say, Tommy Hill or some of those other things that are kind of ailing this team right now.
Yeah, for as slow as it had been the first 3 games of the season, I didn't have to do many injury reports on the sideline. I'm going to have to watch quite a bit this week. So we'll see how they do today. And then even sometimes they let them go through warm-ups and see how they feel too. So I'll be paying close attention to that.
And, this is bigger because of the travel roster. You're limited. You can only take 74. So if you've got a guy that you're going, man, do I take him if he's not going to play? I maybe need to spot for somebody else that we may need in the game. What makes me feel better about Tommy, if he can't go, is I thought Sierra Wright did a really good job last week.
He did, and I had not interviewed him. He was really impressive after the game too. But
he's an actor.
Yeah, he but just feels more comfortable, settled in. He was prepared, and I think he's a guy that just, hey, if I got my opportunity, I'm gonna go run with it. And he did some good things, and we heard Tony White really praise him during his press conference this week. So I think they've found some depth there. So if you need to give Tommy an extra week to get right, then you've got a guy you can rely on.
Matt Rule did say that there's so many in the NFL suffering from the same plantar fasciitis type thing that Tommy's dealing with, and he's out a month. He goes, we hope it's not that long.
Sometimes those can linger.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so hopefully you can be cautious with him because of the play, I feel like, of Sierra Wright, and give him an extra week if you need to, if he's not fully right.
Woodhouse has been a trusted partner in your everyday since 1975. Shop for your next vehicle with the home team at Woodhouse and the official auto dealer of Nebraska Athletics. The other part of the press conference, Gunnar Gatula, he did say will get the start at left tackle. They like what they saw from Gunnar, but he goes, we cross-train everybody, so it's not that he's going to play every snap. We could put somebody else back in there. Was not committed on Micah Mazuka, but did say John Hull will be the kicker, that Tristan will not kick again this week.
Yeah, again, I think another guy that we heard Ed Foley say last week, he's not been right. I don't think he's not right, and I don't know if he's been right. And so, again, let him get fully healthy and give John Hull another shot at it. They said, hey, he's got a big leg. We trust him. He's just said give him some more opportunities, and at least this week, he knows going into it. Like, it's not a game time decision. Hey, it's your job, and make the most of it.
And if it's a wet surface, you probably don't want to have a kicker out there that could maybe really tweak or retweak a big groin type injury. So I just don't know that it's worth it to do that. And John, Coach said John had a good week of practice, hits the ball well. He's got a big leg. He goes, he made a bunch of kicks in preseason from over 50 yards. They love his length off that. That's why he's done some of the kickoff duties. So
yeah, and that was one of the positions that went up until the game week.
Right.
There was a position battle. So they obviously like what they saw in him throughout the entire summer and preseason, that he was in that battle up until the first game.
Cox Mobile, they are out hosting Huskers Hangout. It's the official Omaha watch party coming up Saturday at Smash Park. I've heard wonderful things about Smash Park up in La Vista. Legend Eric Crouch is going to be on hand from 10 to 11 before the game to meet and greet fans. Kickoff at 11 on Peacock. The event is open to the public and all ages are welcome. Husker Hangout presented by Cox Mobile this Saturday at Smash Park in La Vista. For more information, go to huskers.com/hangout. Cool little deal right there. I think we're all excited to make some picks.
Yes, we are.
So we'll do that. Our pick segment coming up next. We got some interesting game, including maybe the biggest game in college football to this point this weekend, Georgia, Alabama. Can't wait to see what the crew comes down on that game. Our pick segment straight ahead.
Attention, Husker Nation. Are you ready to power up your game? Sapp Brothers bleeds Husker Red, and our high-quality off-road red diesel is the fuel that powers your equipment. As official sponsors of the Huskers, we're here with a touchdown offer with the Sapp Brothers Go Big Red Fuel Giveaway. Contract your upcoming fuel needs by February 1st and enter to win 1,000 free gallons of our off-road red diesel. Keep your engines roaring and your equipment running strong. With this winning opportunity, Sapp Brothers fuels Husker Nation. Visit sappbros.net/fuel giveaway for more info.
Woodhouse has been your premier destination for your automotive needs since 1975. Whether you're looking to purchase a new vehicle, sell your current one, or looking to service, our team ensures a convenient and seamless transaction from start to finish. Explore our wide selection of top brands and enjoy the peace of mind that comes with our team's dedication and decades of trusted service. Get started online at woodhouse.com and experience the Woodhouse difference today.
Husker fans, visit a participating AGCO dealer now until November 1st and enter for a chance to win a pair of tickets and pregame hospitality passes to the Nebraska versus Wisconsin football game on November 23rd in Lincoln. See your True Turf and Ag locations in Osmond, Columbus, and Falls City, Osceola Implement, and Kearney Equipment to enter for your chance to win this season.
On game day, every play counts. Now imagine having the same level of control in your field. Valley is where farming meets end zone efficiency. With AgSense remote irrigation technology, farmers become the MVPs of their fields. Real-time, play-by-play control means you're always ahead of the game. Score big with simplified irrigation technology from Valley, improving your life both on and off the field. Find your local Valley dealer at valleyirrigation.com.
O'Reilly. Eliminate carbon and varnish deposits with Lucas Fuel Treatment at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Simply add it to your tank at your next fill-up. A clean fuel system can increase performance and fuel economy. Right now, get 2 bottles of Lucas Fuel Treatment for just $9 and get 2 times O Rewards points. In-store only at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
For generations, hardworking people have relied on Ford F-Series trucks, making them America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. Introducing the new 2024 Ford F-150 and Ford Super Duty, the 2024 North American Truck of the Year. This is the next generation of Built Ford Tough.
Now get 1.9% financing on a brand new 2024 F-150 or Super Duty, only at your Midwest Ford dealers.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
I got to see my brother get married.
I would have missed my dad's birthday.
Because I wore my seatbelt, I had the privilege of being part of his special day.
I got to go home and see my family again.
Does it click yet?
Brought to you by NDOT Highway Safety Office.
I would have never had the chance to see my daughter become a doctor.
I was able to go to my brother's graduation.
I wouldn't have adopted my first pet.
And then it clicked. My seatbelt saved my life. Does it click yet?
Brought to you by NDOT Highway Safety Office.
I have reports of a polar bear on the loose. Ma'am, is it cold enough for a polar bear in here?
Yes, we use SOS. Come on in.
SOS to the rescue! Nebraska defensive lineman Matt Sharpe here. People know me as the polar bear, and when I want to stay cool, I call SOS. Their techs don't make commissions, so they give you an honest opinion, fair pricing, and longer warranties than the competition, guaranteed. Mention the polar bear and get a free 10-year labor warranty on new York equipment. The best warranty you got.
Call 402-391-2336.
Nebraskans are choosing chiropractic for better health. Why chiropractic? Because it's safe, drug-free, and a cost-effective treatment option for back and joint pain. Plus, all generations can benefit from natural chiropractic care. Choose chiropractic first for pain relief or to improve your mobility, athletic performance, or overall wellness. Make chiropractic your first choice for better health and find a chiropractic physician near you at nebraska-chiropractic.org. Get your life back with chiropractic.
Still using that old, outdated office phone system? You need better. At Hamilton, we offer solutions for the modern office. Whether you have an office full of staff or your employees work remotely and are on the go, seamless call handling is important. Elevate your communication and connect seamlessly with clients and staff with Hamilton Business Phone Systems. Choose better and hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Woodhouse has been your premier destination for your automotive needs since 1975. Whether you're looking to purchase a new vehicle, sell your current one, or looking to service, our team ensures a convenient and seamless transaction from start to finish. Explore our wide selection of top brands and enjoy the peace of mind that comes with our team's dedication and decades of trusted service. Get started online at woodhouse.com and experience the Woodhouse difference today.
When you're in the stands and have the ability to control your irrigation in the field, it's a game-changing moment. Valley is where farming meets end zone efficiency. With AgSense remote irrigation technology, farmers become the MVPs of their fields. Experience real-time, play-by-play action and control that keeps you ahead. Score big with irrigation technology from Valley. It's technology that improves your life and lets you be at the game and in the game. Find your local Valley dealer at valleyirrigation.com.
Welcome back inside our Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center. It's sponsored by Akrs. They are the Midwest premier John Deere dealer, supplying the equipment and service to advance agriculture and much more. Akrs solutions for every field. Oh boy, I was out last week for the pick segment, and I'm told that I got tagged with being last. That doesn't seem right, that I would have been last in a weekly pick.
Well, listen, it wasn't like it was like that drastic. It was the four of us tied, and you were one behind.
It's like nobody really had a great week.
But you very rarely are last, so we had to give it to you when we could.
Okay, well, you miss, you snooze, you lose, right? So
yes.
Let's see how we all did in week 4.
First of all, let's in our group chat, you made sure to let us know that it was not a very good week, and I said, and he's back. He's back. So.
And who's not here today is Jeremiah. He's out doing a little hunting. Right,
yes.
For the week.
This is the time of the year that he goes off the grid. He's out for the slice. He's out for the picks. So we're just lucky that he was able to find service enough to text in his picks.
Okay, very good. All right, let's go back last week. USC, Michigan, we all went Trojans. I'm a little surprised nobody said, hey, maybe the home team can survive. So we all missed it.
What a great game. I mean, it was. It ended up being, it was almost like USC, it took them a minute. Okay, this is how physical things are going to be, just to figure things out. Then it was a little back and forth. But, yeah, I was pretty shocked that we all went with USC, too.
Rutgers with Virginia Tech. Rutgers got a big lead, let Virginia Tech back in it, but won it late with a field goal. 4 of us got it right. The students win with the Hokies, so they take a L on that one. So good win for Rutgers, whose season is motoring along, and they got a big game tomorrow night that we're going to pick here in just a couple of minutes. Northwestern at Washington. We all went with the Huskies, and boy, were they dominant. Held Northwestern to only 120 yards of offense. I thought the Huskies would win. I thought Northwestern would play better than that. If I'm a Northwestern fan, I'm a little disturbed by that score.
Well, especially because Northwestern has been pretty competitive, despite us not picking with them very much. They've fought and they've clawed, and they found, despite having maybe some lack of talent or some talent issues, they found ways to fight and stay in things. But that was a shellacking. That was not pretty.
Minnesota, Iowa, the battle for the pig, the 95-pound pig that the Floyd of Rosedale. We all took the Hawkeyes. And they were losing at half, 14-7, but at a big second half. They are running the football better than they have for the last couple of years. Caden Johnson has been maybe the best back in the country the first month of the season. So yay team, everybody got Iowa right.
They've also been a second half team.
They have.
They've had some questionable scores. We've made note of that throughout to start the season. And boy, they find ways to pull ahead there in the second half.
Michigan State at BC. They played that game in a rainstorm in Boston last Saturday night. Kind of an ugly game. We were split on this one. Josh, you, me, and the students, we got it right. We got BC. Maybe a little lucky, but I'll take that.
It was lucky. I was talking with Henry earlier this week, and we were talking about how we were locked into that game. It's like, there's no way we would have been watching that game so closely if it hadn't been for us having to pick on it.
That's the beauty of this, right?
Yeah.
You kind of have something at stake. You're kind of going, I may have to pay attention.
It's like fantasy football, I feel like.
Yeah.
It's what makes me want to watch some NFL games I really don't care about if I've got a player that's locked into that. But yeah, I had like 4 games on that. People were like, why are you watching that game? Why do you care about that game? I always make my dad watch some of these games. He's like, I don't want to watch this.
You're like, well, I got to pick on the line here, so I got to go with this thing. All right, Utah at Oklahoma State. This one was not very close. The final score was way closer than the game was. All of us, except for the students, got it wrong. The students win Utah. They're good.
Yeah, they dominated. I mean, Oklahoma State just couldn't really do much of anything. And if I'm an Oklahoma State fan, I'm pretty concerned after that performance because at home and just really Utah controlled that thing from the start. OSU really was not in it ever, and they never really could even get momentum going at all. Anytime they had a little bit, Utah just shut the door. So it was. I would be concerned if I was an Oklahoma State fan.
And spoiler alert, they're coming up here in our pick segment in just a few minutes. They changed quarterbacks. Bowman was out. I'm not sure where they are right now at that quarterback spot. So not a good result for the team on that one. Just the students pick off a win. Tennessee, Oklahoma, the Volunteers, all the Josh Heupel return story. Very emotional night, I think, for the former Oklahoma Sooner, now Tennessee head coach. The Vols are really good.
Yeah.
Oklahoma's a mess on offense. You were still wearing your Oklahoma hat, went with them along with the students.
I got some bad insider information. I was told that Brett Venables was as fired up and confident as he's been about a game all throughout that week. And so I bought into that, again, hearing from a homer. And then I should not have listened. Tennessee is really good. And like you said, Oklahoma had some chances. And then they fumble right after they were right there in the red zone and just kind of gave it to Tennessee too. But Oklahoma's defense is solid, but you said it. It's just, boy, they have got some major, major issues on the offensive side of the ball. We'll see if the freshman quarterback can get it going this year. This week. He had some flashes last week, I guess.
And we're picking him again this week.
Unfortunately.
So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. All right, K-State at BYU. Boy, Josh, I really, and I'm a Wildcat, I really wanted to pick BYU. I couldn't do it. I knew that was a scary game for K-State. BYU hammered them.
Well, and BYU is such a tough place to play. We mentioned that last week when we were picking. And so that I said the exact same thing. I was like, I kind of think that BYU might have a chance in this one, but I did not see that coming. I thought Kansas State was a much better team than what they showed last week.
Yeah, BYU, they just find ways to put some magic together at night up there. I mean, it is just I don't think they get enough credit for how hard that atmosphere is and across college football at night for teams to go play. I don't know, I'm sure it's out there, but I would wonder what their record is at night in home games because, boy, they came fired up, ready to play, and they outmanned Kansas State. And it's just that's not what you expect when Kansas State goes out there. You expect them to be able to match up, and BYU just dominated physically.
It was a strange game because the first half, the Wildcats kind of dominated, but only led 6-3, and in the last 2 minutes of the half, BYU scored 3 touchdowns in 2 minutes.
And a special teams touchdown. How much does that flip things?
Wow, it sure does. So a big L for the team. None of us went BYU. We got all of that wrong. All right, Kansas at West Virginia. Wow, good job, Jess. You were the only one that went the Mountaineers. They were down 11 points with 5 minutes to go, and the Jayhawks collapsed. West Virginia rallies, wins. Good job. You picked up a point on the field.
Again, I'll go back to what you guys said earlier. That was kind of luck because there was a weather delay, and then it was almost like Kansas handed it to them a little bit. So I'll take it. I'll take the point. I need it.
All right, Arkansas at Auburn. Josh, we did it. You and I went Razor Sioux Pig. Woo Sioux Pig, whatever that thing is.
Let's go.
Woo Pig Suey.
Woo Pig Suey, yeah.
This is a shot in the dark, but it paid off. It's all right.
So, you and I went Arkansas, so we pick up a point on the field there. Our Husker question of the week was, would the Huskers hold Illinois to less than 14 points? I was the only one that really had optimism in the black shirts. I wish I'd have been right. I wasn't. You guys all got it wrong. You got it right. You thought it would be a more high-scoring game, and it was.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I would have been fine to forfeit that point, but unfortunately we were right.
All right, so the weekly winner?
Josh.
Good
job, Josh.
7-4.
I needed it. I need to make up some ground, so I'm still in 4th place, but I'm making up a little bit of ground.
I was 6-5, and then the big dog, Jess, and the students all go 5-6. So here are the standings through 4 weeks. Students still lead it 30-14. You've got 29-15 as Jess, so she's a game back of the students. I'm a game back of Jess at 28-16. Josh is a game back of me at 27-17. And oh boy, the big dog.
Bringing up the rear.
24-20.
Okay.
He's just not very good at this. Can we all admit that?
Every week he thinks he's getting back into it.
Yeah,
so
sure he does.
Maybe this is the week for him.
All right, time now for our Choices Treatment Center picks of the week. I don't have the students' picks. They did not send them in to me yet. So.
And we're efforting. We'll have them.
All right, I just texted
show.
Camden to go, Camden, you're picking. You're supposed to have these ready to go for us. But so maybe they'll pop in. I do have the big dogs, and we're here. So let's get it going. Josh, since you won, I'm going to start with you.
All right.
Friday night football game tomorrow night. This time, Rutgers hosting Washington. The Scarlet Knights. 2.5-point favorite. How do you see this one?
Well, I'm going to pick the Scarlet Knights because it paid off for me last week. I'm going to go with them again. I know Washington was impressive against Northwestern, but I just feel like Rutgers is in these tight games, they find a way to win. So I think it's going to be a scary one for the Huskers next week, but I'm picking Rutgers here.
Long trip across the country for the Huskies, and I can't shake I know they beat up Northwestern, but they did not play well against Washington State 2 weeks ago. I'm with you, Josh. I think Rutgers at home gets their running game going. They grind out a tough, hard-fought win on Friday.
I know I have a lot of respect for Rutgers. You've been singing their praises for a while now. I think they're a really good football team, but I'm going to go against you guys just to make it interesting. I think it could be hey, the spread's close, right? I mean, so it could be a close game. I think I could pick up a point on you guys.
Okay. Big dog is with Josh and I with Rutgers, and again, we do not have the picks yet in for the students. Maybe they'll pop in here sometime during the segment. All right, Maryland at Indiana. Maryland, nice bounce back after the loss to Michigan State, although it was just Villanova last week. The Hoosiers, and I Googled it, their coach is a winner. So they are off to a great start. I think they're one of the unbelievable stories in college football, and I think it continues. I think there's something going on in Bloomington that's positive for them. I'm going IU.
I'm with you. They've been pretty impressive quietly. I mean, I think now they're starting to get some attention, but we know the head coach has been a proven winner at JMU. He he got some guys to come with him, and they loaded up from the transfer portal, and so they've got some talent. So I think in Maryland has shown they've been susceptible at times. So I think I'm going to go with Indiana and the home team.
Big dog is with Indiana as well, Josh?
Yeah, part of me thinks that they're doing this with smoke and mirrors, Indiana, and that it'll all crumble down at some point this season. But until that happens, until they lose a game, I'm gonna go with Indiana. Give me the Hoosiers.
I've had a hard time picking Maryland games. I didn't pick them when they go and win at Virginia. I did pick them to beat Michigan State. They didn't win that game, so I'm kind of over. I'm going with the one that seems a little bit more solid again. I think Indiana. That's an interesting game to follow. That's our next road game, by the way, after the Purdue game is at Indiana. All right, Jess. Big 12 matchup, Oklahoma State, a team that really got roughed up against K-State, really got roughed up at BYU. Cats at home are a 5-point favorite.
I think I'm going to go with Kansas State. We've all been pretty big believers in Kansas State. We like their quarterback. I mean, it's kind of the same messaging, and I think for as rough of a game as it was for Kansas State, I think it was even rougher for Oklahoma State. And being that the Wildcats are home, I'm going to go with Kansas State.
All right, Big Dog also says, Email, go Purple Cats. Josh?
Yeah, I think they bounce back too. They're back at home. I mean, it was just a rough game all around for them, but I think K-State bounces back this week.
All right, staying in the Big 12, two teams opposite kind of feeling coming into this game.
Wait, did you go K-State?
I went K-State.
Okay.
So everybody K-State.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I just got them in from our students. They are also K-State. They go Rutgers, Indiana, K-State. So that's how they've gone for the first 3 picks. Okay, two teams opposite kind of feelings after last week. BYU at Baylor. We talked about BYU crushing K-State last Saturday night. Baylor, what a finish with Colorado. Couldn't defend the Hail Mary. End up losing in overtime. Baylor is the home team, and Jess, they're favored by 3.5. I think we go back to Josh for this one.
Yeah, a little bit confused by the line, given how these two teams played last week. I understand it's at Baylor, but I was impressed by the way BYU played last week, so I'm going to go with BYU.
Okay. The students are also BYU, and I am as well. I think winning the way they did against K-State is going to give them a jolt of confidence, and I think Baylor's probably been walking around in a fog all week going, how did we lose that game? It's hard to shake one like that, so I'm going BYU.
Yeah, and BYU ranked now 4-0. I don't know. That's you want to talk about a heartbreaker. The way Baylor lost, you saw some of their faces. I don't know if I would be on board with them bouncing back in a way with how devastated they were. So, and I thought BYU, they were impressive last week. So I'm with you guys.
And Jeremiah says BYU as well. So clean sweep there. All right, Louisville at Notre Dame. I've not seen much of the Cardinal. I know they're ranked, but the Irish, I think, got a wake-up call with that loss a couple of weeks ago to Northern Illinois. They're a 6.5-point favorite. The students go Notre Dame. I'm going to go Golden Domers as well. I think the difference is the home field for Notre Dame. Give me the Irish.
Yeah, I've got Notre Dame as well.
And so does Jeremiah. Josh?
And so do I. Yeah, I'm going to go with Notre Dame as well. Like you said, I haven't watched Louisville yet. Maybe they're good, but I just don't know enough, so I'm going with the safe route and saying Notre Dame.
All right, Jess, I say this one just for you. Big game in college football tomorrow night. Georgia at Alabama. The Dogs are a 2-point favorite on the road in Tuscaloosa to beat Kalen DeBoer and the Alabama Crimson Tide. How do you see this one?
Give me Bama. Ooh. I'm going to do it.
Wow.
I'm going to do it. I think, I don't know. I mean, I think, hey, they've been able to, so far they've been pretty impressive. I know Georgia's Georgia, but Georgia struggled with Kentucky, what was that last week? Yep. And I think, Alabama at home, it's going to be just absolutely rocking. If they can take care of the football, I think Alabama can get it done.
Okay, the big dog says, not so fast. He's going Georgia in this one on the road. Josh?
Well, ever since you sent us these picks on Monday, I went back and forth on this one in my head. This one was the one I had the hardest time with. Decided just to flip a coin. It came up, Roll Tide. So, Bama.
Nice.
Okay. The students are with Roll Tide, Alabama.
Ooh, wow.
So we got
surprising.
We got only the big dog at this point. What does Sharpe do on this game? I'm with you, Josh. I've kind of debated this. Georgia's got the winning in their veins right now. Big game for Kalen DeBoer to, I think, prove himself to the Alabama fans. But give me the home team in a close game. I'm surprised 4 of us are rolling with Alabama.
I would have not guessed that Searles would have been swimming up a stream on that one. I thought I was going to be like an outlier on this.
No, you were not. All right. Arkansas at A&M. Arkansas has proven to be a pretty good road team. They probably should have won at Stillwater a couple weeks ago. They did win at Auburn last week. They're a 4-point underdog at A&M. And the big dog says Texas A&M is going to win another game at home. He likes A&M. Josh?
I feel like I've so far this year when we've done these picks, I kind of take a team that I like and I'm going to stick with them. So Arkansas is a team that's done me right so far this season, and I'm going to stick with them. I'm going with the Razorbacks.
What is it again, Sue?
Woo Pig Suey.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you got it. Probably learn how to
You should. I'm surprised you don't know that after that
my niece
baseball.
My niece went to school there too. So the students are with Texas A&M. I'm with Texas A&M as well. How about you?
This is like the lesser of two evils for me. I have not picked either of these teams all year. They've bit me in the butt every single week. One of them has. So it's like, which one do I pick? And the other one, they probably will win. I don't even know. You want to talk about a coin flip for this one. I guess I'm going to go with the Fighting Trev Alberts and Texas A&M. I don't know why it's the first time I picked them. It would have been the first time I picked Arkansas, but I'll go with Texas A&M.
All right, Oklahoma at Auburn, SEC game. The Sooners, even with that wretched-looking offense last week, are a 2-point favorite. Auburn looked really rough against Arkansas. Josh, how do you see this one?
Well, I think that they did look awful against Tennessee on offense, but I think I'm going to give most of that to Tennessee being really good and having an elite defense. So I think they bounce back, and some of that's more about what Auburn looked like too, but I'm going Sooners.
Okay, Boomer Sooner for you. Students are also on the Oklahoma bandwagon, and I am too. I think it's a great point that Tennessee, I think, is really, really good.
Yep.
And it made Oklahoma look probably worse than they really are on offense. I think the Sooners get it done. It won't be easy, but I think they get it done.
I do too, and this is one of the more winnable games that they have left on their schedule. This might be the last time I pick Oklahoma this year. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm going to go with Oklahoma. I think they bounce back. I think they found something, maybe a little bit with a mobile quarterback and that freshman that they brought in. So I do think they are able to bounce back, and they need this one. Of all the games, that they've got a tough schedule ahead left on their schedule. So I think Oklahoma finds a way to win this one.
Okay, we finished with a couple of Big Ten games. Minnesota and Michigan. Michigan able to win that game over USC despite not really throwing the football at all. Can it work 2 weeks in a row? Can they bounce back from the emotional win and get ready for the Gophers? The students think they do. They're picking Michigan. I do as well, but I think this is a close game. The spread's 9.5. I think it might be closer than that, but I think the Wolverines are just better.
Yeah, and they've had a great win last week, so I think that maybe they found something and maybe get it rolling a little bit, so I'm with Michigan.
Okay, so is Jeremiah? Josh, you make a sweep?
Yeah, I am. I think it could be a slugfest type of game, and I'm not sure I fully trust Michigan to be a really good team yet, but I don't think I'm going to go against them in this one.
I think this is a sneaky, tight game. I may be wrong, but I just think Michigan, I just don't trust that offense to do that, break those big runs against a pretty stout defense in Minnesota. All right, we'll wrap it up. Wisconsin had a bye week to kind of get their new quarterback situated and figured out. They go to SC. How does SC bounce back from that tough outing last week? I think they do, but I think this one is closer than the 15-point spread as well. I'll take the Trojans, but I think it's a close game.
I got USC as well. I think they bounce back at home, and I don't know. Wisconsin has not been super impressive, so I think this is a good opportunity for USC to get back in the win column.
All right, Josh?
Yeah, I still think USC is a good team, even though they lost against Michigan last week. Like you, though, I think Wisconsin maybe covers that spread, but USC wins.
The students and Jeremiah, all USC, so we're 5-0 on USC. All right, here is this week's Husker question of the week. We've had so many one-score games over the last 8-9 conference games. So the question is this week the Huskers game with Purdue a one-score game? I don't think so. I think the spread's 10. I think Nebraska is going to play really well Saturday. I think they open this one up. So no for me.
I do too. And we've seen in the past a lot of these guys like playing on the road, and this is a great opportunity to get things right. I think they are going to come out and play with their hair on fire. So I say no.
Okay. Jeremiah is also a no. Josh?
I'm going to go with you guys, not going against it. I don't see it being close.
Okay. Students, I made this one too easy, I guess. Students are also a no, so we're all 5 of us on the same agreement on our Husker question of the week. All right. Hopefully Jeremiah does better with his picks than he has done on his hunting excursion to this point in time, right? Been kind of rough.
Yeah. He's still, his dad got an elk, a big one, but I think Searles is still on the hunt. So hopefully he gets some luck rolling his way the next couple of days.
Folks, that's our Choices Treatment Center Big Ten Picks of the Week. If you or someone you know is struggling with problem gambling, free treatment is available in Nebraska. Just call Choices 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300 for more information. They've got offices in Lincoln and Columbus. All right, when we come back, a little sideline slice, not with Searles this week, but a substitute host, former Husker quarterback Tommy Armstrong. We'll have that for you next.
Out here, we raise stronger people, stronger crops, and we proudly raise our flag to that. Let the weather, pests, and pressures try to beat us down. We only keep growing up. With the next-gen genetics, the pure acre-for-acre know-how of these soils, and a deep pride of our roots, we're born to raise at Hogemeyer. Learn more at therightseed.com.
Husker fans, visit a participating AGCO dealer now until November 1st and enter for a chance to win a pair of tickets, and pregame hospitality passes to the Nebraska versus Wisconsin football game on November 23rd in Lincoln. See your True Turf and Ag locations in Osmond, Columbus, and Falls City, Osceola Implement, and Kearney Equipment to enter for your chance to win this season.
Life doesn't come with guarantees, but working with Rob Seco comes pretty close. Our strategic investments in the seed we offer are designed to directly improve your bottom line. From full trait platforms, breeding and development, to field-by-field planning and seed-driven crop inputs, with Rob Seco, you have precisely what you need to improve plant performance and increase yield. Every farm, every crop, and every acre. Learn more at robseco.com.
On game day, every play counts. Now imagine having the same level of control in your field. Valley is where farming meets end zone efficiency. With AgSense remote irrigation technology, farmers become the MVPs of their fields. Real-time, play-by-play control means you're always ahead of the game. Score big with simplified irrigation technology from Valley, improving your life both on and off the field. Find your local Valley dealer at valleyirrigation.com.
Here in Nebraska, we love our teachers. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska is teaming up with Husker Athletics to recognize teachers who help students live their best and healthiest lives. Visit huskers.com/touchdown for teachers today to tell us about your favorite Nebraska educator. Winning teachers get a school day visit from Herbie Husker and a VIP experience at the 2025 Husker football spring game, thanks to their biggest fans at Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska. Head to huskers.com/touchdown for teachers today.
The all-new 2025 Subaru Forester is the same trusted SUV it's always been, only more so. More distinctive style, more advanced safety technology, and always the confidence of standard symmetrical all-wheel drive. The all-new 2025 Subaru Forester. Love begins with trust. Visit Duteau Subaru at 27th Street and Jamie Lane in Lincoln or at duteausubaru.com.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Live reports of a polar bear on the loose. Ma'am, is it cold enough for a polar bear in here?
Yes, we use SOS. Come on in.
SOS to the rescue!
Nebraska defensive lineman Nash Hubbard here. People know me as the polar bear, and when I want to stay cool, I call SOS. Their techs don't make commissions, so they give you an honest opinion, fair pricing, and longer warranties than the competition, guaranteed. Mention the polar bear and get a free 10-year labor warranty on new York equipment. The best warranty you have.
Call 402-391-2336.
Noddle Companies proudly supports the Huskers Radio Network. As a full-service leader in commercial real estate, we create thriving communities. Discover what's new in the Builders District in North Downtown, Noddle Hospitality's latest venture in Aksarben Village, and the contemporary living of row house townhomes on Leavenworth. We're welcoming world-class concepts from men's fashion and great eats to gorgeous homes and green spaces, all professionally managed by Noddle Services. These are the Noddle Companies, building a better Nebraska. For more information, check us out on Facebook and Instagram.
Dear Truckin' Awesome. Want more horsepower in the stable? The Tundra iForce Max is the most powerful Tundra ever. With its electrifying twin-turbo V6, you got everything you need. Saddle up the Tacoma TRD Pro. Its segment-first performance seats are designed to smooth out the shocks when the ride gets bumpy. The Toyota 4Runner is part mean streak, part wild side, and an all-around icon. Check out that signature power rear window, will ya? Yes, sir, Toyota trucks. Find yours at toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
See your Omaha Metro and Lincoln Toyota dealers. Corwin Toyota of Bellevue, Village Point Toyota of Omaha, Baxter Toyota of La Vista, or Baxter Toyota of Lincoln.
Looking for the ultimate sports watching experience? Head to Smash Park in La Vista, home of Husker Hangouts, Omaha's official watch parties. Your go-to spot for epic game day deals, delicious bites, and unbeatable fun. Catch every moment on massive screens. Challenge friends to pickleball, axe throwing, and other games. Smash Park is where the action happens, whether you're cheering on the Huskers or just enjoying the atmosphere. Smash Park. Visit us today and turn your game day into a game night. Smash Park. Play, drink,
eat.
In today's digital landscape, the security of your business is non-negotiable. That's why you need better cybersecurity solutions. At Hamilton, we make it our business to protect your network, data, and digital assets with the latest in cybersecurity technology. Our dedicated team of experts has the technology in place to protect what matters most to you and your business. Stay ahead of cyber threats with better cybersecurity protection. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Welcome back inside our Huskers Radio Network Broadcast Center, which is sponsored by Akrs, the Midwest premier John Deere dealer, supplying the equipment and service to advance agriculture and much more. Akrs, solutions for every field. Welcome back. Hour number 2 of Sports Nightly. We had to have a substitute this week for this week's edition of the Sideline Slice. No Jeremiah Searles. He's out on his annual hunting trip, so we made a call in to the QB that's been helping us out here on Big Red Reaction over the last couple of years. Tommy Armstrong was a great fill-in, so had a chance to sit down and get his perspective on being a young quarterback, talking all things Dylan Raiola and this offense. So here is a portion of this week's episode of The Slice. Welcome into the Sideline Slice. I'm Jessica Coody, and no Jeremiah Searles this week. He's on his big hunting trip, so we've got a special guest filling in for us on this week's episode. Tommy Armstrong, no stranger to the studio, though. So thank you so much for filling in for us this week.
Thanks for having me.
You're a perfect guest because there's a lot of talk about the quarterback play. Yep. So we love talking about Dylan Raiola and the job that he's done so far. So let's start there. What's been your perspective of the job that he's been able to do managing this offense as a true freshman?
I think he's doing incredible. He's taking care of the ball. I know a lot of people see the 2 picks that he's thrown this year, but in my opinion, those 2 picks were taken away from the receiver, not in his control. So I think the biggest thing for him is just taking care of the football, managing the game, and putting the offense in the right situation to win games. And I think the last 4 weeks he's done that. And he's done a great job of just being that leader that he is. Just by being a freshman, it just shows how mature he is and how he's able to do things.
Yeah, I did. That's one of the points I did want to hit on with you is just the wide receivers, because when I was on the sideline, I saw Coach Roll come over and he challenged them, and then Isaiah Nair after the game was like, I got to be more physical. So as a quarterback, I mean, you have that trust, right, in your wide receivers to go make that play. And then I think they probably put a lot of it on themselves. So how does that go, that relationship? Hey, I trust you to catch the ball. And then, those guys saying, I got to go make the play.
Yeah, it's important. It's really important. The receiver-quarterback chemistry has to be one. Me, myself, having Jordan Westerkamp is one of my guys that I threw probably 1,000 passes to a week. I knew in key situations in the game that was the guy I can lean on. Versus Oregon in 2016, 4th and 9, I knew exactly who I wanted to go to. But those are the things that boost confidence in your quarterback and also your receivers. And it just lets you know, no matter what, in certain situations, we have to make plays. And I think this past week, we had great opportunities. I think we left 17 points on the board. And, it's a tough pill to swallow for those guys. But they have to make those key plays to win those big games.
Overall, Coach Rule said, too, hey, the offense just didn't have the ball enough. But did you feel like you like what you saw out of the way that the offense was clicking when they did have the ball? They had some pretty good drives going last week.
Yeah, they had some great drives. Like I said before, they had 17 points they left on the field. I think the 3 key major mistakes that we made as an offense was one was the field goal we missed. The second one was the interception in the end zone. And then we Dylan missed a wide open receiver, on the post route in the middle of the field. And with a game like that, being at home, you have to be able to capitalize. You have to be able to make those big time plays in those situations to seal the game. But we had chances. Yeah, we're young, but at the same time, it's just, those are the key things that's going to get us over the hill and get us to win those games. And it's just, when you play a tough team like Illinois, that has to be a must for the offense. And I think defense got put in some bad situations here and there, but offensively got to play better. But overall, I think they had a great game. But like I said before, it only takes 1 or 2 mistakes to lose a game to a really talented team.
When you go into overtime like that and you talk about, Coach Rules talked about finding ways to win the games. You know, can you take us through that process of just figuring out how to win in those situations and just when it clicks and then what you're supposed to do, how hard it is, I guess, maybe to work through and for these guys just figuring out how to win, what's that process like and knowing what to do in those certain situations so that you are making those plays that you're talking about to end up coming out on the other side of it?
Honestly, it's all about momentum. The biggest thing when it came to our offense and our defense last week was the fact that momentum shifted late in that game. Illinois went down, marched down the field, scored. We missed a field goal to actually take the lead, and we went to overtime, and they had all the momentum. They scored in 2 plays. First play, they popped it for a 23-yard gain. Next play, play action, throw it to the flats. Defense, they were already pinning their ears back. They were going to live and die by the blitz that last half of the last half of overtime, and they capitalized off of it. But momentum is a key of basically winning games. Definitely in a hostile environment like Nebraska, like you need the fans behind you, but going into that game knowing that, you know, they're marching down the field, defense is kind of getting tired just because we're going 3 and out here and there. But the biggest thing is just trying to make sure that you go into overtime with confidence. I don't think we did this last week, and that was the key of it all. You know, we took, I want to say it was 4 sacks in the last 2 drives of the game, and that was a killer for us. It was just more of, hey, let's try to establish some kind of confidence going into overtime, but we didn't. Defensively, it was a bend but break mentality, but that game they kind of got broken. Just because of the momentum that Illinois had. They went down, scored quick. We forced it to overtime, and then we missed the field goal, and they turned around and scored in 2 plays. Defense was basically all over the place. Offense, we just couldn't find any rhythm.
Again, that was Tommy Armstrong joining us on this week's edition of the Sideline Slice presented by Valentino's Pizza, the official pizza of the Huskers. You can check out that full episode out now on our podcast platforms and our YouTube channel as well. Appreciate Tommy stepping in for us, and he does such a great job for us here on the Huskers Radio Network. Woodhouse has been a trusted partner in your everyday since 1975. Shop for your next vehicle with the home team at Woodhouse and the official auto dealer of Nebraska Athletics. We're back to wrap up hour number 2 of Sports Nightly coming up right after this.
For generations, hardworking people have relied on Ford F-Series trucks, making them America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. Introducing the new 2024 Ford F-150 and Ford Super Duty, the 2024 North American Truck of the Year. This is the next generation of built Ford tough.
Now get 1.9% financing on a brand new 2024 F-150 or Super Duty, only at your Midwest Ford dealers.
It's time for some Nebraska farm facts. Want to know a fast way to rev up our Nebraska economy while helping the planet? It's right in your tank. When you fill up with clean soy-based biodiesel, you're increasing Nebraska biodiesel production while reducing greenhouse gases by up to 74%. So look for biodiesel where you fill up. It benefits our air, our economy, and our farmers. This message is brought to you by Nebraska soybean farmers, growing opportunity from the ground up.
Life doesn't come with guarantees, but working with Rob Seco comes pretty close. Our strategic investments in the seed we offer are designed to directly improve your bottom line. From full trait platforms, breeding and development, to field-by-field planning and seed-driven crop inputs, with Rob Seco, you have precisely what you need to improve plant performance and increase yield. Every farm, every crop, and every acre. Learn more at robseco.com.
When you're in the stands and have the ability to control your irrigation in the field, it's a game-changing moment. Valley is where farming meets end zone efficiency. With AgSense remote irrigation technology, farmers become the MVPs of their fields. Experience real-time, play-by-play action and control that keeps you ahead. Score big with irrigation technology from Valley. It's technology that improves your life and lets you be at the game and in the game. Find your local Valley dealer at valleyirrigation.com.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
This fall, be ready for every tailgate, touchdown, and adventure in a perfect car, truck, or SUV from Sid Dillon Chevrolet. Visit us in Blair, Crete, Fremont, or Wahoo and shop Nebraska's #1 volume Chevy dealer group. We're also your Chevrolet Business Elite dealer, offering medium-duty trucks and low-cab forwards. Visit us at SidDillonChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
You are what drives us, Sid Dillon.
Husker fans, visit a participating AGCO dealer now until November 1st and enter for a chance to win a pair of tickets and pregame hospitality passes to the Nebraska versus Wisconsin football game on November 23rd in Lincoln. See your True Turf and Ag locations in Osmond, Columbus, and Falls City, Osceola Implement, and Kearney Equipment to enter for your chance to win this season.
Welcome back. Final segment of our final hour segment of the week here on Sportsonic. No show tomorrow. Husker volleyball. In fact, that leads us into What's on Tap, brought to you by Michelob Ultra. Husker volleyball against UCLA tomorrow night. First conference match, 7 o'clock at the Devaney. We'll be on the air with pregame at 6 o'clock. Then they'll play USC Sunday night. Return. Welcome back, Allie Batenhorst. That'll be kind of cool.
Yeah, and I know it's going to be really special, and we talked about it on the dig with Jalen Reyes. I mean, this is in the age of transfer portal where it can be a little dicey and maybe some relationships and bridges burned. Absolutely not the case with Allie Batenhorst. This was a very positive. I mean, she stayed and played beach over the spring, and then is pursuing her graduate degree out there. So going to be a great homecoming. And think about how big of a role she played as a freshman. You know, she's a big part of that run, and then last year as well. So should be a great homecoming, and I bet a little emotional too. But they still post videos about her, and so I know that they're excited to have her back in Devaney.
Well, she played beach in just as recently as like March.
Yeah.
With these girls.
Like she had made the decision to transfer and then was still playing beach over the spring. So it's great.
So a couple of the Southern California schools will be at the Devaney Center over the weekend, and obviously Husker football against Purdue, first road game of the year. Our coverage, early, 7 a.m. Husker game day. Ben McLaughlin, Damon Benny with kickoff at 11 o'clock, Nebraska and Purdue. And I think this team's ready. I think they're more than ready to get out there and wash last week's game away.
Yeah, I think they are. And we've talked all week about just, the mindset of this team, and when they've had losses in the past, maybe haven't handled it as well, but I think they're ready to go. And, we're going to learn from the things that they needed to, and extra day at that. So they're going to be hungry to get out there. I'll tell you what I'm not excited for, Greg, is that mascot. Purdue Pete.
A little free. And you're not a big fan of the train whistle.
No, I'm not. So hopefully Purdue does not score any, so we don't have to hear that train whistle.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it's dry. There's been some rain in the forecast, kind of bounces in and out. Hopefully it's not a washout for this game on Saturday. That's what is on tap, brought to you by Michelob Ultra. It's only worth it if you enjoy. You brought up a great point that not only has it been 7 days, but it's been 8 because we played on Friday. So they've had one more day to kind of stew on this whole thing. Bags packed? You all ready?
No, not yet. Not yet. I'm going to have to, I know you're the weather guy, and so you said you think the rain's holding off, but just in case, I got to pack some rain gear. So.
If not, Jay Terry and those guys can hook you up with something.
True. We hear it all the time. They're the best of the business.
Yeah.
So
awesome trip. We'll have a good trip.
Thanks.
All right, Huskers, no show tomorrow. We'll be back with you then with the football broadcast beginning at bright and early 7 a.m. on Saturday morning. Thanks to Josh and the crew for putting this one all together for tonight. Have yourself a great night. Husker volleyball tomorrow.
Hit us up on the text line. Text 402-413-2400 with your Husker thoughts.
Get ready again for some Nebraska farm facts. When there's work to be done, Nebraska soybeans are on the job in many of your everyday products. In fact, Nebraska soybeans are hard at work in Goodyear tires, Ford cars and trucks, Skechers shoes, asphalt, fuels, lubricants, name brand paints and stains, and more. Soybeans are an innovative replacement for petroleum, leading to more sustainable products all over the world. This message is brought to you by Nebraska soybean farmers, growing opportunity from the ground up.
Here in Nebraska, we love our teachers. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska is teaming up with Husker Athletics to recognize teachers who help students live their best and healthiest lives. Visit huskers.com/touchdown for teachers today to tell us about your favorite Nebraska educator. Winning teachers get a school day visit from Herbie Husker and a VIP experience at the 2025 Husker football spring game, thanks to their biggest fans at Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska. Head to huskers.com/touchdown for teachers today.
If you've been looking for a reason to fill up your car with unleaded 88, how about this? Unleaded 88
can help you save big at the pump
and save the planet by cutting greenhouse gas emissions.
Any car 2001 or newer is approved to use unleaded 88. Speaking of good, it's made from corn, which is great for farmers.
As I was saying, if you need a reason to choose unleaded 88, there you have them. Unleaded 88. Engine smart, earth kind. Visit chooseunleaded88.com to learn more.
Life doesn't come with guarantees, but working with Rob Seco comes pretty close. Our strategic investments in the seed we offer are designed to directly improve your bottom line. From full trait platforms, breeding and development, to field-by-field planning and seed-driven crop inputs, with Rob Seco, you have precisely what you need to improve plant performance and increase yield.